What's happening? Social media. Happy Friday, it's Greg Fry. What happened in the social media world this week? It's late into Friday evening. I'm having a sneaky beer, but I didn't want the day to disappear without telling you about what I saw in the world of social media this week. So, on today's show, Facebook stories coming to business pages. What's that all about? Snapchat add a thing called context cards to their location filters. Again, Snapchat constantly innovates. And Twitter add a save for later button, or certainly testing one, as well as a happening now section. And I'll rustle up an app of the week from somewhere. So let's get started. So number one, the big news this week is Facebook stories are apparently being rolled out to business pages. So again, they haven't worked for personal profiles. They're trying to even push our Instagram stories over to Facebook, so they haven't worked. So why on earth are they rolling them out for business pages? But they are. And I suppose the reality is, the cynics will say, Facebook need the advertising space. They need to create content elsewhere so they can sell ads. And they're banking on Facebook stories and Facebook business pages running Facebook stories as a way to sell ads and find advertising space. And I'd say that's a fairly good assumption. But also there's no doubt that people have got tired of seeing content that's old, out of date, and yesterday's news. We want to see what's happening now. So there's a wonderful opportunity for our businesses to embrace Instagram stories and now Facebook stories to tell their story of what's happening today. So we need to jump on the storytelling bandwagon. So Facebook stories being rolled out to business pages. So big news this week. Snapchat, quite frankly, continue to innovate, and I'm sure you guys know there's the ability to create your own custom geo filters. So if I'm a bar or have an event, people can literally essentially take a photograph with my logo and share it to their friends. It's been wonderful, the geolocation filters. But they've added what they call a context cards now. So if I'm looking at a picture on Snapchat from you drinking a beer in a trendy bar, I can now swipe up that geo filter and see more info about the bar itself. Maybe even book a table or check out what beers you have, but essentially cramming far more information and context into that geo filter. It's really cool, and I guarantee it won't be long before Instagram copy this one. Very cool. So Snapchat context cards have come to town this week. Very cool. Nice one, Snapchat. Twitter apparently are testing save it for later kind of bookmarking tab. So I don't know about you. Occasionally when I am on Twitter and I see something interesting, I would often press the like button just to bookmark it so I can find it later. Or occasionally I'll even send myself a direct message with the message that I'm trying to save. Well, essentially what they are doing now is they're rolling out a save for later button to help us bookmark content that we'd like to access at a later time. So that's definitely a good move. At the moment, I'm probably using the Pocket app for that, but nice to be able to bookmark content when we see it on Twitter. They've also announced Twitter, fourth bit of news, they've also announced Twitter happening now. So they're rolling out I suppose a happening now tab where essentially you can see content that's taking place now. So showcasing events that are happening right now. And they say they're starting this with great sporting events to literally bring you all the news of sporting events as they happen on Twitter in the one place. So making it easier for us to access and find content on events that are important to us. So they're starting with sports, but presumably they're going to look at a whole series of different topics that we can snack on in real time on Twitter. So Twitter announced this week happening now to showcase events. That's it. Been mad busy this week, so not credible amounts of news, but so it's not bad, eh? Facebook stories for business, Snapchat's context cards, Twitter's save it for later tab, and Twitter's happening now. So that's what I saw happening in the world of social media this week. What did I miss? Did I miss anything? Because I was busy. I saw Mark Zuckerberg have a very bizarre virtual reality live stream in Puerto Rico, a virtual trip to Puerto Rico, which didn't go down too well in the press. But other than that, was there anything I missed in the world of social media this week? Let me know. Leave me a comment. And as always on this show, we usually leave with some kind of app of the week. App of the week. What's the app of the week? What's the app of the week? App of the week. App of the week. I'll tell you what I'm going to say this week. And I mentioned this app before, but I think it's kind of cool. Asia has its own kind of Snapchat app, and it's called Snow, S-N-O-W. And it's got some amazing filters, facial filters, to literally give yourself different skin tones, change your eye colors, and so on. So if you play around with Snapchat or Instagram with the cool filters, take photographs, add text, and share that content on social media, Snow is brilliant to actually up your game, create something that's unique that other people don't create, and share it on your social media platform. So what you can do on Snow is I can take a photograph, make something really cool. Something really cool. That wouldn't be an example of something really cool. That wouldn't be something, but something. That literally isn't the same filter that all your friends have on Snapchat, Facebook or Instagram. Do something different, save it to your camera roll and showcase it elsewhere. So check out Snow for developing interesting imagery, GIFs and video. So that's all for me. I'm going to be back here on Monday because I actually have 2 3XE digital tickets to give away, and I'm going to jump online on Monday and actually figure out some kind of competition to give them away. So if you're interested in attending 3XE next week, don't forget to tune in on Monday where I'll announce how we'll give the tickets away. So from me, Greg Fry, happy Friday, have a great weekend, see you next week, take care.